Now I know what you're thinking, but yes, this really is the entire farm. This extremely compact and super efficient iron farm is perfect for all your iron needs. Get a fully maxed out beacon in just under 4 hours. It's perfect for anything that you need for your survival world. Producing over 400 iron per hour, this really is the best farm for your world, and today I'm going to show you how to build it in Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first step to building this iron farm is making a large 9x9 area on a big open flat space. This can be out of any non-spawnable block like leaves or slabs, but I'm going to use leaves just because I think they look the best and they're the easiest to use. So that's going to be 3, 6, 9, and then we're going to go 9 this way, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and then we want to fill this whole space in here. So we're going to connect these two ends. And what we want to do inside of this area here is take it down 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we want to dig out this entire area so the whole thing inside of these leaves are 3 blocks down. So as you can see, I have this entire area inside of the leaves here, 3 blocks down. And now what we want to do is come to the edge block here, go 1 in, and then on the corners, you want to break a block, and then keep one block, one lip on the outside here, and dig out another square just like this. So now you should have those 3 blocks down, with a little lip there, 1 block in, and then dig down 1 more. And now we want to take this inside area down 6. So that's 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we want to do that for this entire inside area here, not these blocks, but the ones inside of this middle square. Alright, so now you can see we have the leaves on the top here with 3 blocks, a lip right there, 1 block, and then we have 6 more blocks going down here. So this is where the villagers are going to be and all of their beds and everything. And then we're going to cover this up and have the water for the iron golems to die. So we need to build a little villager area down here, which means that we're going to have to grab our 20 beds. So come around to the bottom here, pick any 2 sides, it doesn't matter, and place 2 blocks on the sides just like this. So 2 there and 2 just like this. And then you want to place beds on top of all of these blocks. So I'm going to place beds on top. So there should be a total of 10 beds placed down right there. And then you want to go down. I'm just going to break this block to make it easier for myself. Break the block underneath the beds. So these ones right here. And then you want to place beds underneath those beds as well. So you have 2 beds on top of each other and there's 20 beds total. So I'm going to do the same to this side here. And if you count, you'll see that I have 5 beds there, 10, 15, 20. And now you have 20 beds for all 20 villagers that you need. I'm then going to go ahead and just build this back up 1 higher than the bed just like that. Just so that the villagers can't actually fall down there and get stuck. So now you should have something like this, with 10 beds exposed on the top, and then underneath you have 10 more beds down there. The next thing you want to do is place 1 block right in the middle right there, and then another block right on top of the beds, right in the corners. And now we want to place down all of our workstations, and like I said at the beginning, it doesn't have to be barrels, it can be any workstation, fletching table, the librarian one, whatever that's called, anything you want. But just make sure that it is a workstation that does work. So I'm going to pick barrels because it's cheap to use. So that's going to be 3 there, 6, 9, 12, and then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if you've done it right, you should have 20 beds and 20 workstations just like this. And now it's time to get your villagers inside of this area here. So the best way to do this is to have a villager breeder nearby, but you could also just go to a nearby village and minecart them in, or you could just breed them straight inside of here. To keep this video short in length, I'm just going to spawn them inside of here, but I'd say the best way is to just have a close by villager breeder and just use a minecart to get them in here. So I'm going to go ahead and place 20 villagers in here now, and I'll be back. Now really quick, make sure that you don't have any of these guys with like the green vests, because as you can see that all of these villagers here have a profession, but this guy does not. And that's because this type of villager can't actually pick up a profession. So you're going to have to, it's nothing personal. It's got to go. All right, let's keep going. All right, perfect. So now we have all 20 of our villagers down here. So you should have 20 beds, 20 workstations, and 20 villagers. Now all we need to do is block this area back off on top of the villagers, and they're never going to see light again. As I'm editing this video, I realized I forgot to mention that you are actually supposed to add torches underneath in the area there with them so that no zombies or anything spawns and kills them. So make sure that you go ahead and add some torches or some sort of light source underneath there inside with the villagers so that nothing spawns and kills them. Let's get back to the video. So you can go ahead and just block this off, and now you should start to see eventually the iron golems are going to start spawning up here. It's easier if they're not, so we're going to work quickly to see if we can finish this before any do. So go ahead and pick whichever side you want to be the front. Yeah, there we go. We already have some spawning. So I'm going to say that this is going to be the front of the farm because I think that background looks really nice. So I'm going to come to this side here and break a couple leaves, doesn't really matter how many, just in a corner like this, and go ahead and place some slabs here. And this is so that when we place the lava here to actually kill the iron golems, the leaves don't burn. So go ahead and place some slabs just like that. I did 4 on both sides and then 1 in the corner. And then what you want to do is go to the other side, the opposite corner, and place blocks just like this. So you're going to place 1 there, 2, 3, and then 4 just like that, or you're going to have cats spawning too. So you should have 4 blocks that way, and then just kind of fill in the little area there. And then place a bucket of water in the corner. And if you've done it correctly, you should see the water all flows and finishes in this block here. And this is so that the iron golems like this, they'll get pushed down into this spot here and die to the lava. So this next part will be a little bit difficult to do if you have iron golems here. So I'm going to go ahead and say kill these guys. Now do be careful if you're in survival because they do a lot of damage, but I'm pretty sure if you're standing up here, 3 blocks, so they won't be able to kill you. So go ahead and kill these guys and then we can work on the next part of the farm. Once you have these iron golems out of the way, you have to work quick so they don't spawn again. So what you want to do is come to this corner, place 1 sign 1 block high just like that, and then right below the slab, so 1 block up, you want to place 1 sign right there and 1 right there. And then what you want to do is place your lava right there, and you should see that you can't die to this because it's 3 blocks high and lava is not moving. This is so the iron golems, when they actually get pushed here, they'll fall into this lava and they'll burn, but their items will not burn. And if you've done it correctly, it should look something like this, with the iron golems burning, but their items not burning and just landing right there. And this is where we're going to add the collection system for the farm, so let's do that right now. Now you can build this collection system however you want, although I'm just going to show you the easiest way to do it. So you're going to go ahead and underneath this lava block, break these 3 blocks here, so the 1 right underneath, and then those 2, and place 3 hoppers, 1 just going into that block for now, and then the other 2 going into the hoppers to make sure that any items that actually go inside of those hoppers get put inside of this one and inside of the chest. Speaking of chest, that's what we need to build next. So I'm going to go ahead and just build out a couple blocks here, and then we're going to go and place their chests here so that all of the items that go into the hoppers, you can see I can just throw a bunch of random items down here, they're all going to be funneled inside of this chest. And now all we have to do is make this chest accessible and the farm's pretty much done. So I'm going to come just up here and I'm just going to dig down some random, just like a small little staircase here. You can make this look better later if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and break it like this. Break down, and now I have good access to my chest like this. So now I AFK here, you can see the iron golem is going to die, and we're actually going to watch this happen. I'm just going to go ahead and place a block right there so no items escape. I'm going to see that this iron golem is going to die to this eventually, and then his items will be dropped inside of the hopper, and all of his iron and his roses will be put and wow, I cannot speak, and go inside of this chest here. You can see it's working perfectly, and that is pretty much the whole farm done. Extremely simple and is very compact because it's inside of the ground. I'm just going to go ahead and wait for one more iron golem here to show you just a little bit better to make sure that it's working. You should be getting about 1 iron golem every single minute or so. So if you're not, I would go ahead and double check to make sure that you've done all the steps correctly, most specifically with the villagers underneath, because that's often the area that the farm doesn't end up working. As well, I have a lot of people always ask me if you can use less or more villagers. You could use more, although I'm not quite sure how it works. I know you can't use less. But with more, I'm not sure if the rates would be any better. I think 20 is just the max you need, but I know that any less you have will be slower. And if you do feel like it, what you can do is go down here and place a glass block on top of that chest there, so that you can still open up the chest, but no items can somehow slip throughout that area there. So that is this entire farm done. I'm now going to get into the AFK portion of this farm. So I'm going to sit here for 15 minutes and see how much the farm gets, and then I can multiply those numbers by 4 to see how much iron this farm makes per hour. So with that out of the way, let's get into the AFK portion of this video. Okay, so it has officially been 15 minutes, my alarm just went off, and we're gonna go ahead and see how much iron we've gotten from this farm. So many cats, man, jeez. So you can see that last iron golem died. I'm gonna come down here. Okay, so a stack and 38 iron. Okay, so doing some really quick math here. 64 plus 38, so that's 102 iron. So that's 100 iron every 15 minutes. That's over 400 iron per hour. With this really simple and super compact iron farm, that's perfect for Minecraft Bedrock and in your world. Definitely one that you need to build for 400 iron being so simple and so cheap. Really, really good. And yeah, also the poppies if you want some red dye. So just like that, extremely simple iron farm. Definitely something that you need to check out. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe down below. And thank you for the continued support. I just hit 1,300 subscribers, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.